Dr. Grant Patrick. The Redheads, Unforgettable Grandpa's Fairy Tales. Chapter 17. The Heartwood's Secret. The dawn after the battle with the Lord of Shadows was quiet, and a gentle mist blanketed the forest. The Redheads, still weary from their victory, gathered around the Heartwood tree, their home and the source of their magic. As they watched the tree bathed in morning light, they couldn't help but feel a lingering question in their hearts. "Is it over?" asked Aoife, her voice soft yet hopeful. "Is the darkness truly gone?" Liam placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "For now, I believe it is," he said, "but there are still mysteries here that we need to understand." Dara, the Redhead's grandpa, had gathered the group, as usual, his eyes warm yet thoughtful. "There's something I've kept from you, my Redheads," he began, his voice quiet but filled with a sense of importance. "A tale that I promised to reveal only when you were ready." The Redheads looked at each other, curious yet silent, sensing the weight of his words. "Long ago, before any of you were born, this forest was not as it is now," Dara continued, placing his hand on the rough bark of the Heartwood tree. "This tree was but a sapling, and the magic within it was hidden, waiting to be awakened. The forest was alive, yes, but it lacked the protection it has now, the protection that each of you provides." The Redheads leaned in, listening intently, their curiosity piqued. Then one day, a wandering spirit, a guardian of nature herself, chose this place as her final resting spot. Her life had been spent defending forests and wild places across the land, and when she finally grew tired, she sought a place where her spirit could rest in peace. Dara's voice grew softer, almost reverent. When she lay down beneath the sapling, she whispered to it, "Carry my spirit, and protect this forest as I did in life." And so, her spirit fused with the tree, filling it with a magic that grew with each passing year. "That's incredible," whispered Niamh, her eyes wide with wonder. "Yes," Dara nodded, smiling. "But that's not all. This tree, infused with the spirit of the guardian, began calling to others, those who loved the forest, those who cherished life. It called for protectors, and it found them, in you." The Redheads' eyes widened as they realized the implications of Dara's story. "You mean," Declan began, his voice filled with awe, "the Heartwood tree chose us?" Dara nodded. "Yes, each one of you was drawn here because you carry the same spirit of protection that the Heartwood tree does. The bond you feel with this forest, the love you feel for it, is no accident. You were destined to be its protectors." The Redheads were silent, each one absorbing the significance of what Grandpa Dara had revealed. The Heartwood tree was more than just a magical tree, it was a guardian, and it had chosen them as its family. Suddenly, a low hum resonated from within the tree, filling the clearing with a soft, comforting sound. The Redheads looked around, their eyes widening as they realized the Heartwood tree was glowing, its bark illuminated from within by a warm, golden light. Is it speaking to us?" asked Saoirse, her voice filled with wonder. Dara nodded, his eyes shining with pride. "Yes. Now that you know the truth, the Heartwood tree is ready to reveal its final secret." With a soft creak, a small opening appeared at the base of the tree, revealing a narrow passageway that led down into the heart of the tree itself. "Only those chosen by the tree may enter," Dara said, motioning for them to go ahead. "Go, my Redheads. Discover the Heartwood's secret." With a mixture of excitement and trepidation, the Redheads stepped forward, one by one, and entered the passageway. The air inside was cool and filled with a faint, earthy scent, comforting and ancient. They descended the narrow path, their footsteps soft as they moved deeper into the tree. The walls glowed with a soft, golden light, illuminating their way. After what felt like an eternity, they reached a small chamber at the center of the tree, where a large, crystalline structure pulsed with a gentle light. "This must be it," whispered Eber, her voice filled with awe. "The heart of the Heartwood." The crystal seemed to respond to her voice, pulsing with a brighter light. The Redheads felt a warmth spread through them, filling them with a sense of peace and belonging. Suddenly, images began to appear within the crystal, memories of the forest, stretching back through time. They saw the guardian spirit, a figure clad in green and gold, lying down beneath the sapling that would one day become the Heartwood tree. They saw her spirit merge with the tree, filling it with magic and life. Then, they saw themselves, each of them, as young Redheads, drawn to the forest, feeling an inexplicable pull toward the heartwood tree. They saw their first encounters with each other, their shared laughter, and their early adventures in protecting the forest. The crystal was showing them their own story, a story that had begun long before they had even known it. Tears filled Roisin's eyes as she watched the memories unfold. "We were always meant to be here," she whispered, her voice filled with emotion. "This is our purpose." As the images faded, the crystal pulsed once more, filling the chamber with a warm, golden light. The Redheads felt a surge of energy, as though the magic of the heartwood tree was flowing into them, strengthening their bond with the forest. Then, a voice filled the chamber, not Dara's, but the voice of the guardian spirit herself. "Thank you, my dear Redheads," she said, her voice gentle and filled with warmth. "You have protected this forest with courage and kindness. You are my legacy, and I am proud of each and every one of you." The Redheads stood in silence, humbled by her words. They felt a profound connection to her, as though she were a part of each of them. "You have passed the trial of shadows," she continued, her voice radiant with pride. "But your journey is not over. There will always be darkness, and there will always be those who seek to harm what is good and pure. But remember, you are never alone. The forest is with you, and so am I." With a final pulse of light, the crystal dimmed, and the chamber fell silent once more. The Redheads looked at each other, their hearts filled with a renewed sense of purpose. "We are the guardians of this forest," said Liam, his voice resolute and filled with determination. "And we will protect it, no matter what." The others nodded, their eyes shining with the same resolve. As they made their way back up the passageway, they felt different, stronger, more connected to the forest than ever before. They had discovered the Heartwood's secret and knew they were part of something far greater than themselves. When they emerged from the tree, Dara was waiting for them, his eyes filled with pride. "You found the Heartwood's secret," he said, smiling warmly. "You've discovered your true purpose." The Redheads nodded, their hearts brimming with gratitude. They knew their journey was far from over, but they also knew they had the strength and courage to face whatever challenges lay ahead. As they stood together beneath the Heartwood tree, they felt a deep sense of peace, knowing they were exactly where they were meant to be. And with that, the Redheads took their first steps into the future, ready to face whatever adventures awaited them together.